Today's episode is brought to you by Sincerely Shalia, my very own greeting card line, written and designed by me for real love and real life. Whether you need the perfect card to celebrate love, apologize, or say what's on your heart, Sincerely Shalia has you covered. So skip the generic and say it your way. Check out my full collection at shaliavinny.com/greeting cards and find the card that speaks for you. I can't wait till you guys check them out. And don't forget to let me know what you think. I love you guys. Hello and welcome to the Love This Way podcast, the show that exists to help men and women everywhere to be better at love. Never any gender wars or back and forth, just great tips to help you find and sustain the love of your dreams. Because love is a journey, but you still need direction. So grab your tribe and get ready, because each episode we're going to be talking about our real life issues, answering tough questions, and building solid relationships with one another as we heal, learn, and grow. I'm your host, your girl, Dr. Shalia Vinny, and today I have just one question. Who are you? And who were you before someone told you who to be? Hey, my babies. Welcome back to another episode of Love This Way. Can I ask you something personal? Who are you? And I don't mean who you are now after compromise, adaptation, and shrinking. I mean, who were you before someone told you who to be? Before you were told that you're doing too much, you extra, you're too loud, too dressed up, too noticeable. You make people uncomfortable. Because somewhere along the way, many of us learned that being ourselves came with consequences. And today's episode is about why knowing who you are before partnering with someone isn't optional. It's survival. I want to talk about how people lose themselves without realizing it, because most people don't lose themselves all at once. It happens slowly. You start adjusting how you dress, how you speak, how much space you take up, how visible you allow yourself to be. Not because you changed, but because you were corrected by your partner, your family, friends, culture. And if you don't know who you are when you enter a relationship, you're going to unconsciously become who the other person is comfortable with, not who you are. This is how people wake up years later and they say stuff like, I don't even recognize myself anymore. I stopped doing the things I loved. I became smaller to keep the peace. That didn't happen because you were weak. It happened because you didn't have a strong internal reference point for yourself. Let me go deeper, because I really want to explain when doing too much really means being too you. Can we talk about being extra? Because I love to get dressed and I love a cute heel, a well put together outfit. Sometimes, if I want to wear a fur coat or some pearls or whatever, I love to get dressed up. It's not because I'm trying to outshine anyone, it's because this is how I feel most like myself. But some people will say, oh, you're doing too much. Why are you so dressed up? Who are you trying to impress? But here's the truth most people don't want to face. When someone is uncomfortable with your expression, it's usually because they've learned to suppress their own. Your joy reminds them of what they've muted. Your confidence reminds them of what they abandoned. So instead of asking you why they feel triggered, they tell you to tone it down. And if you don't know who you are, you will. You'll start dressing plainer. You'll start speaking softer. You'll start existing smaller. And it's not because you wanted to. It's only because you wanted to belong. And that's exactly why partnership without identity is dangerous. Here's the part that matters most. If you don't know who you are before love, love is going to define you, and not always in a healthy way. You're going to start asking, is this okay? Do they like this? Am I being too much? Instead of asking, do I like who I'm becoming? Do I feel free? Am I safe to be myself? This is how people become reflections of their partners instead of individuals in partnership. Real love doesn't require erasure. It doesn't demand you dim yourself to be digestible for others. It doesn't ask you to disappear to make someone else comfortable. Hey, friend. If you're tired of those generic, impersonal greeting cards, I've got you covered. Sincerely Shalia is my very own greeting card line, written and designed by me to help you say what's really on your heart. Whether it's love, apologies, or just because, these cards speak for you. Skip the cookie cutter messages and send something real. Check out my collection at shaliavinny.com/greeting cards and find your perfect card today. Now, I know so many of you guys are nodding right now and just thinking, man, she is talking to me. But how do I reclaim who I am? And if that's you, if you've lost yourself or never fully even met yourself to begin with, here's where to start. Number one, I want you to go back to what made you feel alive before approval mattered. That could be music, clothes, dreams, creativity, expression, old hobbies. What was it that made you feel the most alive? Go back to that. Number two, stop negotiating your identity for acceptance. If being yourself cost you connection, it wasn't connection, it was compliance. Number three, notice where you self edit. Where do you silence yourself before anyone else does? That's the problem. And who taught you to do that? We're going to stop that. Number four, choose environments that don't punish authenticity because the right people won't need you to shrink. They're going to be happy and love you just the way you are. And last but not least, number five, let God affirm who He created you to be. You don't need permission to be who you were designed to be. You just need to exist and show up as yourself. This is what I want to leave you with today. And please take it with you and keep it close to your heart. If being yourself feels risky, it's not because you're too much. It's because you've surrounded yourself with people who benefited from you being less. Real love doesn't ask, can you tone it down? It asks you, how can I protect your freedom? So before you ask who you should be for someone else, ask who you are when no one is watching. Because the most dangerous thing you can lose in love isn't the relationship, it's yourself. Now, if you need more help, you know you can always go to shaliavinny.com, book a one-on-one session with me, find me on TikTok, make sure you're following me wherever you can, because if you message me, I do respond. I love you guys, I'm rooting for you, and I'll see you on the next episode, okay? Today's show is brought to you by Sincerely Shalia, my greeting card line. Please rate the show on your favorite streaming platform, share it with one person who you think needs to hear it, and then ask them to do the same. Remember, good, better, best. Don't you ever let it rest. Till your good is better and your better is best. Until next time, your friend, motivator, and relationship strategist, Dr. Shalia. Bye.